Hi there, I'm Pau. Let me give you an insight into a relevant subject regarding Mexican culture. In Mexico, talking about emotions and mental health is often misunderstood, seen by many as a sign of weakness. But what if we could change that? Imagine a world where children as young as 3 years old are given the tools to understand and manage their emotions, setting the foundation for a healthier, more emotionally intelligent future. Join me as we explore how innovative design can empower children, parents, and teachers to break cultural barriers and prioritize mental well-being. To gather information about this topic, I visited London School Cuernavaca and I found my research problem. Mexican children between the ages of 3 and 6 face difficulties managing and expressing their emotions. This challenge stems from a lack of emotional awareness and regulation tools available to both parents and teachers, along with the absence of age-appropriate tools designed to help children focus their emotions. Then I asked myself, how might I, as an industrial designer, create tools that effectively help Mexican children between the ages of 3 to 6 regulate, express, and focus their emotions in order to improve their quality of life by fostering emotional intelligence? And also some secondary questions like how many Mexican preschools include emotional intelligence related classes in their educational programs? Does learning about emotional intelligence from a young age, such as in kindergarten, significantly impact a person's development and life skills and set them apart from someone who hasn't had this education? Does the emotional intelligence or lack thereof in parents and teachers affect children's development? All these led me to my objective, to design and develop age-appropriate tools that effectively support emotional regulation and expression in Mexican children ages 3 to 6, while simultaneously enhancing emotional awareness among parents and teachers. These tools aim to foster children's emotional intelligence, strengthen their problem-solving abilities, and build resilience, ultimately contributing to their overall well-being and development. Now, having all this information, you might ask, how does this topic benefit our community? Well, it encourages early development of emotional intelligence, it reduces or breaks mental health stigma, it builds resilience, and it promotes social inclusion. Talking about stakeholders, we have the primary preschoolers. They are the focus of the intervention. Parents, key influences in a child's emotional development. They play an important role in reinforcing emotional regulation tools at home. And of course, teachers. They are essential in the daily implementation of emotional regulation tools within the classroom. They influence how children learn and practice these skills in a structured environment. Also, we have the secondary, like school administrators, psychologists, and mental health experts, as well as government and education policymakers, and the tertiary, that are product designers and tool developers, as well as non-governmental organizations, NGOs, that are focused on mental health. Now, in order to focus the project and enhance the investigation, I developed a workshop titled Emotions and Culture, Building Emotional Awareness Together. Its objective is to facilitate virtual engagement on emotional regulation, enabling participants to learn, share, and develop strategies for supporting children's emotional growth. My hypothesis is that if we introduce young children to structured emotional tools, they will develop greater emotional intelligence, preparing them for a lifetime of resilience and healthy emotional habits. The research method is a focus group, which will result in qualitative insight. The users involved are parents, teachers, caregivers, and young adults. The props needed are digital slides to illustrate concepts, online polling tools, and virtual whiteboard for group activities. Let's go! To kick off the workshop, I presented the topic by providing insight into the theme and the problem. Then, I gave a little bit of context regarding how the topic is viewed in Mexican culture. And last but not least, I discussed the overall objective of the workshop. Then, I asked the participants to share their names, occupations, and childhood nicknames for a group icebreaker activity. This helped to lighten the mood and make everyone acquainted. For activity number 2, I used an interactive poll to ask them 6 questions. Do you think there is a stigma in Mexico surrounding emotional or mental health? How often do you openly talk about your emotions with someone you trust? Do you think gender differences influence how emotional expression is perceived? In Mexican culture, how is crying viewed? Who do you think is primarily responsible for teaching children about emotions? Do you believe cultural beliefs affect how children are taught to express their emotions? To encourage deeper understanding, I facilitated an open discussion where participants share their perspectives on generational gaps, parenting styles, teaching methods, and cultural norms. This exchange created a sense of empowerment and engagement as participants felt they were contributing to meaningful change. For the final activity, I guided participants to brainstorm solutions by organizing their thoughts into 3 categories: cultural beliefs, personal tools for emotional management, and tools specifically for children. So, what can we conclude from the workshop? First, from the interactive poll, the majority of participants expressed the belief that a stigma exists within Mexican culture surrounding mental health and emotional health. Interestingly, a significant portion also shared that they regularly engage in open conversation about their feelings, indicating a willingness to address emotions despite the perceived stigma. Additionally, 5 participants believe that gender influences how emotional expression is perceived, compared to 3 who do not share this view. A notable portion of the group also agreed that crying is often regarded as a sign of weakness. On another note, all participants unanimously identified parents as the primary figures responsible for teaching children about emotions and fostering emotional intelligence. Lastly, most participants acknowledged that cultural factors play a substantial role in shaping how emotions are taught and understood by children. The whiteboard activity was a remarkable success, with participants enthusiastically sharing personal strategies, challenges, and tools they've discovered. They worked collaboratively to compile resources for supporting children's emotional growth, showing genuine commitment to the cause. The workshop left everyone feeling grateful, inspired, and fulfilled, highlighting the importance of addressing this vital topic. Thank you for joining me on my investigation on such a relevant topic. Bye!